Texas. They say everything's bigger here, and they're right. We've got big cars, big hearts, and even bigger steaks. This is beef country, Texas, home to the Alamo, the Cowboys, and the largest military installation known to man. So big, it has a big name. Fort Hood, the great place. It's got a Texas-sized podcast as well. And this is it, right here, Fort Hood's great big podcast. Yeehaw.
Changes are a-comin', and they are coming in the Army.
What's that?
Have you seen the new AR 670-1 changes?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So many new things.
Yes, I'm so excited.
Me too.
They are to take effect
February 27th.
the end of the month.
Yes. And guess who's going to go get a manicure?
Me.
I think we're supposed to do
You
it
can
together
have
or
clear
something.
fingernail
Yeah.
polish.
You
know,
can
I'm
have
all
fingernail
over it.
polish now.
Hey, I'm gonna give it a shot.
hey, I know, guys. I even have exes that did manicures and stuff and wore clear nail polish
Yeah.
because it was their
It's
thing.
a thing now.
But can he put highlights in his shaved head? That's what I want to know.
As long as it's a natural color.
It doesn't have to be natural to you, just a
Yeah, just a
natural
natural.
color.
Blonde, here it comes.
There you go.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
You're going to be rocking it.
Now I can't unsee that.
If you dye your
I can
hair blonde, do you
visualize.
have to dye your beard blonde?
That's a good
I don't have a
question.
beard.
Well,
Oh.
you know,
Yeah, they're not allowed
Yeah, how do
yet.
you feel? I know
They're not
they're
allowed yet.
The
Maybe you
sergeant-
could dye his eyebrows.
Yeah, you could.
you know, I've done that once and it was really bad for your skin. Really bad for my skin anyway.
Yeah. So how
Okay.
bad were you hoping for the beards to become a thing?
I don't need a beard. I don't want to walk around looking like a
Grizzly bear.
like a caveman.
No.
While I'm trying to do an interview.
You know, if you properly maintain a beard, they actually look good.
Oh, I mean,
That's
I have
true.
a shaving profile, but I don't use it
Really? Why not?
because I don't want to be walking around, talking to a general with a beard on.
That's like the number one thing that guys want, though. I've noticed.
Yeah, beards.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw the comments.
Yeah.
What about our beard?
Well, the
beard,
sergeant major
beard?
of the Army was really teasing it on social media. He was like, he had it written down that was going to be a topic. And he
Well, it was a topic.
Totally teased everybody.
Gotcha.
Just not the topic that people wanted to hear.
Yeah, that's true. I am most excited for the earrings.
Yeah, me too.
You best believe I'm going to be rocking, not pearl earrings, because for some reason we're not allowed to have pearl earrings in our,
Wait.
But so Pearl should be
what about
reserved for
earrings?
a nice uniform.
I guess so. So now we can wear earrings in our Army combat uniform, but they can
Not
only
in a field environment.
not in
No.
a field environment, but they can only be diamond, silver, or gold now. But you can wear pearls in
Your
the Army
ASUs.
service uniform, but not in your Army combat uniform.
So do they have to be little tiny earrings?
Yeah, they can only be
There
a
are
max of a 1/4 inch, which is
No
about
hoops?
6 millimeters.
No hoops?
Studs. No hoops, unfortunately. But maybe next year.
No big long
No,
dangly
what?
dangly?
Yeah,
No.
I'm just kidding. I was hoping we'd be able to wear like hair clips, like berets and stuff like that, or berets, not berets.
Barrettes.
We already have berets.
Yeah, you got a beret, right?
Well, here I wear just the Stetson, because we're at Fort Hood.
Well, and you are in the 1st Cavalry Division band.
Yes,
Doesn't your Stetson get in the way of playing a musical instrument or seeing your music book?
it gets in the way of me seeing the conductor, so I just guess. I look at other people's body movements, and I'm like, okay, there's a big key right there, literally, because I'm so short, and all my coworkers are so tall. So, but maybe the glint of my earrings will be able to.
You're
signal
funny.
the
Oh my
commander.
gosh.
I'm so excited for them earrings.
I miss wearing earrings.
I do too.
I used to wear earrings when I was in the Navy.
Oh, and we can wear lipstick now
Yes.
in uniform.
But there's no point
Kelvin
right now
too?
because you have to wear a mask.
Oh yeah, no.
I'll just stick with my
So-
chapstick, I guess.
All right,
chapstick.
ladies. What did the guys get out of all this? Huh?
Clear nail
polish.
polish. Clear nail
Ooh,
polish.
clear nail polish.
But you know what? So this is my feelings on it. The regulations were for men. The Army has been around since goodness knows when. The military's been around since goodness knows when. Female regulations started when
that
females
would be
joined the military.
1775.
Yeah, whatever.
United States Army.
The military. I said the military.
Oh, okay.
So the regulations were based off of a men's military, and then the females joined in the 70s. I think it was in the 70s. And the females had to conform to what the guys were doing. So it's time for a female change, right? Let's stop trying to make the women conform to the men's standards and give us a little something. And then we can focus on the guys.
Amen.
Again.
I like that.
Anything that promotes inclusion and diversity, I'm all about it.
Yay.
Well, there you go.
I'm excited.
Now the Army is just like the rest of the services.
She's kind of giving me the stink eye.
Yeah.
How she's about to throw her
got
coffee at
she's
you.
got the spiel going.
That's just my normal face, RBF.
Ooh.
Oh, Sergeant Lessard would not waste good coffee
No.
on Dave.
No,
No, she's
no.
gonna drink
That's a
that.
party foul right
Yeah.
there.
Hey, it was my
Such
coffee
thing as-
maker. Come on.
Yeah.
Is
And
there
he's near
such-
the soundboard. That would be
Yeah,
bad.
that would not be good.
Is there such a thing as good coffee? I don't even
Yes.
coffee.
Yes.
I don't drink it.
Excuse-
Oh my
do
gosh,
not
I wish I
understand
could
how
tell you all
ever
about
got
the new
promoted
coffee.
past the rank of sergeant.
Coffee, I think my last
No coffee
long
drinker?
road trip. The last time I tried, well, never mind. I'm not gonna. The last,
We just had this conversation last week with my road trip.
my last long road trip, which was years ago. That's the last time I had coffee. I mean, because I need to stay up, but I'm looking at all you. I'm judging you and your coffee. Okay?
You are judging us.
As I grab my bottle of water.
Yeah, but it isn't like you don't drink caffeinated products, right?
Do you drink tea?
Well, I will drink soda sometimes if I'm. Well, I don't even. Am I allowed to say that? Sometimes I will if I'm having an adult beverage.
Yeah.
What about
I'll
tea?
Mix it with some
Cola
kind of something.
that has caffeine in it.
Yeah, that a doctor makes.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Do you drink black tea? Do you drink green bleh.
Sometimes
tea?
I will drink green tea.
Green tea has caffeine in it.
Maybe once a year.
Once a year. I drink green tea all the time.
I
Wow.
feel like I'm getting sick.
There's no caffeine in green tea.
Do you drink
Just a little
gray
bit.
tea?
Really?
Earl Grey? No. No tea.
I like water.
Jeez.
Always hydrated.
Wow.
Do you eat chocolate
Sometimes.
that has caffeine in it?
It does have caffeine.
I'm not saying I don't like caffeine. Don't get me wrong. This body is not a temple, but I just don't drink coffee.
Yeah.
But it is a wonderland.
We can't talk about the brand, but
You're funny.
hey, you cannot talk about the brand since we're getting off of the grooming standards thing and getting into healthy living. Did you or did you not post a video for college talking about your unhealthy
Yes.
eating habits and busting on people like me that are starving, trying to lose weight?
I did do that.
All
I
right.
did.
So walk me through that process without the name brand. Go ahead.
Well, I will tell you what I'm a snack guy. Okay, I may not eat everything that I buy, but I will sample it. And my thing is limited edition snacks. Right? I'll bring snacks
Yeah,
into the office
I
just
get
so.
that.
Well, it used to be for soldiers, but now, we got everybody coming in there, grabbing it, which I don't mind. But I love a limited edition. If it says limited edition, I'm gonna get it because 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be good unless it's got coconut. Now these particular cookies, usually they have a boring white filling, right?
Right.
Which is whatever. I'm not gonna rush out to get them, but this limited edition one they have the boring white filling, right? But they also have chocolate chip cookie dough and like this fudge cream in there. And I had probably 4, which turned into 5 and 6. Right?
See the hands rubbing together.
And then
like-
I had to put it up, and I haven't touched one since because, hey, if it's good enough to make me just eat all that quick, I gotta put it away.
It's your crack.
Yeah, I
Wait,
can't
so
do
you
it.
want to judge us for the coffee drinking?
Yeah, but
Hey,
you
you're
got to
over-
have it every day, and he was at least able to put it away.
And don't get me wrong, like I said, this is no temple here. I eat like a raccoon at times.
A rabid raccoon.
I try to stay healthy.
Dumpster diving.
I just don't drink coffee. That's all.
Okay.
But to
Can't
each their
relate.
own.
Can't relate.
All right. Well, hey, we got a cool show this week.
Yay.
And the biggest thing is we're talking about money, and we're going to talk more about money
Cha-ching.
after this.
Let your voice be heard at BOSS.
What's BOSS?
BOSS stands for Better Opportunities for Single Soldiers and serves the single service member community, active, guard, and reserve, as well as single parents, geographical bachelors, all U.S. military service branches, and foreign service members assigned to the installation. The BOSS program is based on quality of life, community service, and recreation and leisure. As a member of BOSS, have a voice in how you live, how you spend your leisure time, and how you support the community around you. BOSS membership and the program's available leadership and project management roles also will enhance your promotion package. For more information about how you can become a BOSS member, visit our website at hood.armymwr.com.
It's what your tax dollars sound like. Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast.
Money, 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 money.
Hey, today's payday.
Money. So, today's payday.
Yes, it is. It's
Okay.
February 1st.
Love
And
it.
it's
Well,
Monday.
that's when we're taping this.
Yeah, yeah.
This drops on
coming out.
February 4th. But, okay. Money?
Yes. Do you have any?
No.
I probably won't have any by the 4th.
Yeah,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
there you
We
go.
got to pay our bills.
Just kidding.
So, death and taxes, right?
Yes.
All right, we're not going to talk about death today.
No.
Oh,
So, what are we talking about?
Taxes.
Uh-huh.
Did you do yours yet?
Time of the year.
Huh?
Did you do yours yet?
I never do mine. My wife does.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Can she do mine?
How about you?
Yes, I did mine.
Yeah?
You're on the ball.
Yes. It was
You
the
did one of
first
these-
time I've done it this early. I didn't even know tax season wasn't open yet when I was doing it.
Wow.
Wait a minute, you
Yeah,
do
they were
it,
delayed this year.
and you do it, and then it just kind of sits there in limbo?
Yep.
I always wait late too, actually. The last 2 years is the first time that I've done taxes at a reasonable time, like in February.
You know, I never
January.
understood that. If they owe you money,
Mm-hmm.
and I know as a specialist in the United States Army, they always owe you money.
Yeah, they do.
Why procrastinate?
I think the incentive was if I got it, then I would spend it. So if I waited, then I wouldn't want to, but I would still spend it anyway.
Well, yeah.
It just
You know.
depends on how early you spend it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the good news is, besides our struggles with managing money, we have someone here with us,
Yes.
don't we?
Yes, we do. We have First Lieutenant Meghan Moore from the Tax Center. She is the officer in charge.
Ooh.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks
Hi
so much
there.
for having me.
So, the Tax Center, let's see, this week, tomorrow there's a ribbon cutting, February 5th, right?
Well, tomorrow, yeah, there's a ribbon cutting with Colonel Westbrook. That's correct.
Okay.
Nice.
So the garrison commander gets to come in there and go, you are now officially, but you're not officially open until,
February 8th.
okay.
Okay. Got to get the pre-planning
But
phase in there.
That's correct. Yep.
help me out. This drops on February 4th, the day before the official ribbon cutting. But folks are you starting to line up your appointments now?
So with COVID, it's been difficult. And our mitigation plan right now is actually just to do a remote drop-off. So that's
Okay.
bringing all your important documents like your W-2, your bank account number, your routing number. If you're a retiree, all your retiree forms. So your 1099-R. If you're getting money from your stock, your 1099 div, we will take all those forms, Xerox them, assign them to someone in our team that can then prepare the review, but it's going to be pretty remote at the moment.
Really?
You guys get, on a typical year, and I know you got the stats going back, COVID really took a bite into the tax center's operation in 2020.
It did. Yes, sir.
So on like 2019 versus 2020, what kind of impact did it have?
Sure. So I think they moved to remote as well, and then
Yeah,
we're
they
just
did.
starting with remote. But in the end, they performed 2,600 returns by the end of the year. I don't know how that looks in comparison to 2019, if it halved it or what.
Right.
But in the end, it came out to like $6 million in federal and state returns.
$6
Wow.
million
Oh.
bucks.
Holy moly, that's a lot of money.
Are you getting that much back?
No.
I didn't think so.
I was one of the 2,600 though.
You were.
Yes.
You
I
have a
did.
customer.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. How was your experience?
It was great.
Good.
I
Okay.
enjoyed it. I had to do it really early because I went on it didn't really happen, but I went to Germany. So, and it was the very beginning of March.
Okay.
So I had to do my
She was
taxes
quarantined
earlier.
in Germany with
Yeah.
the band.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
They got there, but then
like
COVID.
5 days after we showed up there, it was canceled because of the virus, but then we had no airplanes to send us home for 6 weeks.
Oh my goodness.
Oh
Yes,
my gosh.
it was bad. There was no services, because initially we had some food trucks. Some of the local civilians were coming out there,
Sure.
and then they all were not allowed to come, and all of our cooks weren't allowed to come on base. So it was stressful.
Whoa, is this like a separate podcast story in and of itself?
Yeah, I think probably.
Well, we kind of.
We mentioned
She actually
it.
did a call in last year
Yeah.
from
Okay.
Germany, going, "Hey, how's it
There
going?"
were some tears.
Mm.
There may have been a
Wow.
breakdown.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a fun time. Something like that. But I did get my taxes done, so I was
Okay.
very secure.
I'm glad the tax center was able to like see you off
Yes,
before
it was.
your 6-week
So,
ordeal.
Lieutenant Moore, do me a favor. Run me through the steps, the process, and folks are probably, there's vaccines going out. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but this is better safe than sorry.
Sure. And we actually, so we have, as you know, a lot of retirees in, the greater Central Texas area.
Yeah,
Dave is one of them.
And just in terms of COVID mitigation, like our entryway in and of itself is very, very narrow,
Right.
and then opens up to sort of like a large waiting room.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to stymie that right now, we're trying to just do drop off. So you would drop off with like a logger. They would log, date, your last name, then whose is it's assigned to, and then your point of contact information as well, just so we can still be in communication with you if anything came up. If we're reading your fact sheet and it says that you are currently, going to college, that ultimately is a credit.
Sure.
So just like having that point of contact still to keep you, apprised of everything that's going on.
What are the base documents that folks need to drop off?
Right. So
And I know I'm going to make you read.
no, you definitely should. So you need your W-2.
Yeah.
You need your 1099-R for retired pay, your SSA 1099 if you're collecting Social Security. As I was talking about, the 1099 div for if you're getting dividends on your stock. Record of childcare expenses, Social Security card number for all your family members that you can claim as dependents.
Right.
For direct deposits, you need the bank information, the routing information, prior tax return, especially for rental property. And that is one thing with COVID. We're just doing one rental property this year. So, and only up to sale of 10 stocks.
What documents do you need for the people who have itemizations like they own a home or they have medical expenses that exceeded the amount, that like $10,000 amount? Other expenses, what would they need to bring?
Sure. I know it sounds like glib or cliche, but like any receipt or any documentation that you have, the more the better. I think people that own their own businesses a lot of times just like say expenses, but we really need just sort of the paper trail. So anything that makes an easier paper trail. And this year, I will say too, for personal businesses, we're only doing if you run a childcare business on Fort Hood. So we're not doing any side businesses this year.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And that's because of COVID or because of the...
It's more in relation to our borrowed military manpower. So because of COVID, we just have 17 other soldiers as opposed to when we would have 40
Yeah.
helping
it
out
used
at
to
the
be
tech
like 40,
center.
yeah.
So it's just a much smaller number, a much smaller shop. So
I see.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about the training that goes in for the folks that come in and work for you until April 15th.
yeah, it's a good group. So we do VITA training, which is basically volunteer tax assessors that are associated with the IRS.
Mm-hmm.
So we just finished 3 days of training from 8:30 in the morning to about 4:30 or 5. It's now all on Zoom. Normally they would come, but we had 2 attorneys actually this year pro bono help us out. So we had Rachel Rubenstein out of Clark Hill in San Antonio.
Shout out.
Shout out to Rachel Rubenstein. She was great. And we had Lieutenant Colonel retired David Dulaney out of Ernst & Young in Dallas. And both were incredibly phenomenal. And I think, too, I'd say the average age of the BMM is probably 21, 22.
Wow.
So it's
The
just...
average age.
Wow. Oh, my.
So I think in terms of just like financial fluency and financial literacy, it was just really good. You know, when I was that age, I didn't know the difference between an IRA and a Roth IRA and a 401k.
I
Sure.
still don't know the difference.
Yeah, it's really tricky. So just, becoming familiar with those concepts. And I think debunking, when you come to the tech center already, you're kind of like, I don't know what any of this is. So it's nice just to become familiar with those terms to hopefully help young soldiers be like, actually, this isn't so scary.
I mean, the biggest thing, don't you think, is convenience for the soldier and for the
Absolutely.
families. But don't most soldiers and soldier families, Army families, they're going to use the easy form anyway, right?
Sure. In terms of just like bringing the W-2
Right.
and then the most easy. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's, what we're trying to work around is like it can cost upwards of $300 to have a professional tax preparer. This service is totally free.
Yeah. When I first got married, because I was single for like 4 or 5 years, whatever, living in the barracks, easy form, right?
Right.
Get married, and I figure, well, that's going to change everything. So, of course, Sergeant Larsen goes and downtown and pays, I don't know, I think it was like $90 back in the day, which is probably $300.
Day,
now.
yeah.
Right.
But then the wife looked at me and she goes, why? Because we were doing the easy form anyway.
Sure.
So for convenience, if the IRS stuff, that's really the draw of the tax center, right? For soldiers.
That's correct. And if you're married, married filing jointly, if you don't have say both of you own a ton of separate rental properties, that, makes the return difficult. But like if you're young and married filing jointly, it's an easy return.
Mm-hmm.
So I highly recommend coming down to the tax center.
So I got to ask you, are there wrinkles this year because of COVID and monies that were paid out and stimulus checks and all that? How does that all figure in this year?
Whew, good question. So if you have not received your stimulus payment, please come down to the tax center because it's actually something that you can mark on your form.
Ooh.
Yes. I get some
She's
extra
gonna be
money back because I
first
didn't
in
get it
line.
for Logan.
Oh.
Wow.
She's going to be first in line. Or first on the Zoom call, I guess.
Yes. Or if you got a partial stimulus because your dependents weren't claimed on the previous year's taxes.
Is it a new baby?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. We had to do that scenario in our training.
February
brand new
just
baby.
before COVID.
Okay.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It'll be a year
Yes.
this month.
Yes. 11 days.
Oh,
Yay.
I'm super excited. Anyway,
Yeah.
So
off topic.
awesome.
oh my gosh, that's definitely cause for celebration.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, big thing, and another great reason to bring you on here. How do people get a hold of you? What do they have to do? Where are you located? Just let's run the gamut on all that.
Sure. So our hours are 09:30 to about 5, so 1700. And we are right across from 3 Corps headquarters in building 13. So that's the legal assistance building. We're the northwest corner. Ideally, we'd like you to enter through that way for COVID. But if you enter through all the other legal assistance entrances, it's not like we're going to turn you away.
Right.
You'll just get exposed to the beauty of legal assistance. So if you also need a POA or need a will,
Sure.
we can provide that service too.
Wow.
Phone numbers. So the 2 phone numbers for our inboxes are 254-288-7995. And then the other one is 254-287-3294. And then we also have an email inbox as well. And this is pretty long-winded.
We're going to have to put that one. We will put it in the remarks section when I share this via social media, because if it's that long, nobody's going to remember it anyway.
Right. As I'm about to read it, I'm like,
Yeah. One more time on the phone numbers, though, really.
Sure. 254-288-7995. And the other one is 254-287-3294.
Cool.
Lucky number 13.
Uh-huh.
Building 13.
So, final thoughts, Lieutenant Moore?
I would encourage everyone to come out to the tech center. It's totally free. I think as a soldier, you are already sacrificing so much. Please don't then pay $300 to have a very simple return done.
Yeah.
So we look forward to seeing you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And, happy hunting on tax season.
Yes. Hopefully
Thank
we can
you so
save
much.
another 6 milli.
All righty. We'll be back with more.
After these messages.
Hey everybody, PFC Kyra Pearl here. You might recognize me from being on Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast. It was really great being on the podcast, but now that Brianna's back, well, they kicked me to the curb. Who wrote this?
Me, keep reading.
So, while I'm no longer in the know with the rest of the podcast gang, I'm still able to be on the cutting edge of Fort Hood news thanks to the Fort Hood Sentinel. That's Fort Hood's newspaper. You know, the one that comes out every Thursday.
I think that's Thursday.
But you typed the Fort Hood Sentinel comes out on Thursday.
Well, just keep reading.
They're an all-inclusive paper with something for everyone. You want Army news? They got it. Sports news? They got it. Health news? They got it. Kind of funny cartoons? They got it. Anything at all? They got it, baby. They got it.
No, give me that. That's not the way you're supposed to read it. It goes like this, all right? They're an all-inclusive newspaper with something for everyone. You want Army news? They got it. Sports news? They got it. Health news? They got it. Kind of funny cartoons? They got it. Anything at all? They got it. Haven't you ever heard that song?
No.
Must be a generational thing. All right, we'll read the last part.
Okay. The Fort Hood Sentinel. Local news, sports, lifestyle, and even a crossword every Thursday. You got it.
No, you got it. Well, whatever. They got it.
Hey, Blair went to the movies. Hey, Blair went to the movies. Hey, Blair went to the movies. And here's what she thinks.
Blair's still not going to the movies. Blair's still not going to the movies. She's still not going to the movies. She's watching a lot of TV.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
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 Well,
I saw a movie theater the other day that looked completely closed down, but it still had the sign up for the movie theater.
There's
okay.
like some that are only showing on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays.
Wow.
So like they're closed the rest of the week. Some of them, not all of them, but yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have been going.
So you're still in COVID mode, right? COVID mode when
Yeah.
it comes to movies?
yeah.
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 So what did we talk about
WandaVision.
in this week's column?
WandaVision. As the Marvel Cinematic Universe fans know, our drought is over. Finally, we have some content. Last year we had no content. But their first series, WandaVision.
So this is comic book stuff.
Yes.
Oh.
Mhm. I know it's your favorite.
I love it. You know,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to let y'all just have at it.
Has anybody else watched it?
No, but I'm reading about it.
Wow.
Wow.
So you're really going to,
Wow.
you're on the spot.
Okay, so is anybody familiar with Avengers? I know you are.
Yes.
I'm familiar with Avengers, yes.
Okay. So did you watch Endgame and Infinity War?
No.
Okay. There's going to be some spoilers. Do you care?
I don't care.
Okay, cool. I know some people are like, don't
The
spoil
only
it.
reason why I watch Avengers is because my husband puts it on the TV. Other than that, I don't care.
Okay.
It is on in her house.
Okay, that works. So the show follows Scarlet Witch, who is, her real name's Wanda Maximoff. And
Whoa.
yes, and Vision, who, if anyone's familiar with Iron Man,
Yes.
Jarvis
Okay.
was kind of made into this, animatronic's not the right word, but synthetic guy, and his name is Vision. Okay.
Okay. So Vision. Oh, hold on. Wait. The guy that you just Jarvis. He's like the computer guy that talks to Iron Man.
Yes.
Okay.
In Age of Ultron, which I haven't watched in a long time. It's he has the Mind Stone, right?
Yes, he does.
Okay. He has. Okay.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Fans know what the Mind Stone is, okay?
Okay.
One of the 6 Infinity Stones that Thanos was after, which is kind of what happens in Infinity War and Endgame, is they're trying to defeat Thanos, who is like the Mac Daddy of all villains, you know? So, in Infinity War, you know, obviously Thanos is trying to get the stones and Vision has it in his head. He kills Vision by tearing the stone out of his head. And here's the sad part. Wanda and Vision were together. They love each other. And before, there's also a time stone, okay, which basically what that can do is reverse time. Okay. So the only person that can destroy the Mind Stone before Thanos can get to it is Wanda, because she's super powerful. So she kills Vision herself and tears her heart out, okay? Then Thanos comes up with the time stone, reverses his death, brings him back to life, takes the stone out of his head. So basically it was for nothing, okay?
That's awful.
That scene tore my heart out.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously this is after Endgame and everything. Vision's still dead, but we see Wanda and Vision living in this suburb called Westview. And, you know, it looks like they're set back in the 50s in the first episode. It very reminiscent of I Love Lucy, in the fact that it's black and white, in the way it's shot, all of that, the costumes,
That's
the
cool.
themes, all of that. So, and it just shows them trying to convince everyone in the town that they are a normal couple. So that's kind of what it follows, but it still has those weird moments that bring in elements from the comic books and all of that keep you kind of dialed in if you're a Marvel fan.
So is it a TV series?
Yes.
Whoa, I didn't
There's,
know that.
I believe there's going to be 9 episodes, 4 are out right now. 3 were out by when my article came out last week. Last week we were kind of told and explained, or things were explained, like why weird things happen. Like there's one scene in the second episode where this little like toy helicopter, Wanda walks out of their house and everything's still black and white, and she sees this red and yellow helicopter sitting caught in the bushes.
Yep.
So she's like, this is weird, and it's got a logo on it for the organization SWORD, which basically in the Marvel universe watches like extraterrestrial beings and how they either could affect the Earth or want to attack the Earth or whatever. So, yeah, and then there's, at the end of that episode, there's a beekeeper that comes out of like the sewage like manhole thing in the ground. He like lifts the thing up and pops out, and it's a beekeeper with a whole bunch of bees around him. And Vision's standing there with her, and she just looks at him and goes, no. And it's like everything like rewinds really quick back to them in the house, and then it was like it ends fine, like nothing happened.
Interesting.
So my theory, which is kind of confirmed in the 4th episode, I'm trying not to spoil it too much, but like
because I want to watch it now.
Yeah, it's good. I think that I know she has created this whole scenario in her mind. And from the 4th episode,
she's actually dead.
She's probably just
Wanda's
in the
not dead.
mentals.
Vision's dead.
Okay.
The man she's living with is definitely dead
Okay.
and does not exist anymore. But he's alive and well in this town.
In her head.
In her head.
Yeah.
Oh.
She has the ability to create different realities.
Nice.
So,
Sweet.
at first I thought this organization was like watching her. I didn't know if they had like induced it or not, but after the 4th episode, I don't think it's induced. I think she's doing it herself, but now they're starting to kind of fool with it. So
Interesting. So, like, is this on TV, cable TV, or can I stream this somewhere?
it's Disney Plus.
Oh, yes.
Dang.
You got kids, so you've already got
I don't
it,
have
right?
Disney
Yes.
Plus, but I've been thinking about getting it.
Oh, please do it.
Okay.
You can get, there's like a bunch of different packages that
Let's
you can
not
get.
turn this into a commercial for
No.
the Mickey Mouse people.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Just Google it and you can find different packages.
So
Yeah.
the reason why I really wanted you in here was there was a line. It's in the open of your column when you go, "You're completely obsessed."
I am obsessed.
Why?
Why am I obsessed?
Yeah.
Well, I've always liked Wanda Maximoff, and I think her and Vision are cute. But, you know, it also, you know, I grew up a fan of I Love Lucy and Bewitched and all that. So them to like kind of...
Before you were born, remember, kid? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just because I'm in my 20s
Yeah.
does not mean. Okay. But for real, I've really, really loved I Love Lucy and Bewitched. And the first episode, like I said, is a lot like I Love Lucy. In the way it's shot, there's not really any like, I described it bokeh, which for people that don't know, bokeh is like a photography term.
Oh, really? I thought it was a vegetarian meat.
I thought it was a place in Florida.
That's fair. But like it's when you take a picture and the background of the subject is super blurry, that's a bokeh effect. So like
I just thought it was an f2.f.
Or where Junior Soprano goes for the winter. Yeah.
That's your f-stop, and that's how you control that.
2.5 f.
Is it? Does it
Yeah,
stand for a
that's how you control
background
that.
out of camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you make your person like, I can take, if you were like standing right there at the end of the table and I put my f-stop at 2.5 and you had like this really nice tree behind you outside of 3-quarter, that tree would be blurry, but you would be all nice and
Like,
crystal
look,
clear.
I'll tell y'all how to do it right
Oh.
now. Okay, everybody listening, you got to try this. Okay, hold your finger up in front of your face.
I know
okay?
how to do this.
Yeah, I know you do. Okay, now if you look at your finger, you notice everything behind your finger's blurry, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's bokeh.
I didn't know there was a word
Got
for it.
Bokeh. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a weird word, but that's what it means.
They don't teach us that in Dinfos.
It's
They
like
don't
the
call
iPhone,
it bokeh.
you know, it's your portrait setting.
I don't have a portrait
Throws
setting on my
everything-
iPhone.
Well, get a better
But
That's what my cool camera is for that I
Oh, there you
got
go.
from the Army.
Yeah.
Yay, Army.
It's depth of field.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the word.
They did teach you that in
Yes, they
Dinfos.
did teach us that. They didn't call it
they didn't
bokeh
call it
effect.
bokeh.
but basically, like when you watch it and watch an I Love Lucy episode, you don't see a ton of bokeh. You don't really see like a ton of just portrait shots. It's shot very far away and very much so in one direction because you have a crowd behind the camera, so you can't turn the camera around. Well, when something weird happens that's not normal, you get the bokeh effect. The camera turns different ways and focuses on specific people. So it kind of takes you out of the 50s for a second. And then once it's fixed, it throws you right back in.
Huh.
So, and then the second episode, the opening title, the theme song is a little animated thing, just like the Bewitched opening theme was.
Cool.
That is cool.
And that's one of the reasons I'm obsessed is because it, you know, kind of throws back to these classics, which also kind of made me think, you know, if she saw these shows, you know, beforehand, like I Love Lucy and all that, it would make sense for her to kind of put her and Vision in these scenarios if she liked them,
Right.
you know, to live out her fantasy.
How much
so
you
to
want to?
speak.
How much you want to bet she's like in a coma or something? She's just dreaming it all.
She's in the Matrix.
Based off
They're
of what
making
I've
her
seen,
into batteries.
yeah, based off of what I've seen, I don't think she's in a coma. I think she fully is aware of what she's doing.
Oh, okay.
I think she knows exactly.
She's in denial.
I think she's in denial. I think she knows she's doing this.
That's in Egypt. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, everyone,
Oh.
just turn off the podcast now. Just stop. But yeah, she is I think she's in denial. That's my opinion. I mean, we still have got 5 more episodes to watch. We still have like the 80s and the 90s to go through.
That's so fun.
Yeah, each show has kind of jumped a decade. So we started in the 50s, 60s, 70s, and then the 4th episode shows you what's going on the outside and not so much of what is going on the inside of Westview.
So I'm going to start watching this when I get home. I already texted my husband to start watching it.
Oh, yeah.
The new I know the new Wonder Woman is set in the 80s.
It's not good. Don't watch it.
No, don't watch it. No 80s. Okay.
See, look, I love the 80s. I love 80s music. I actually was looking forward to watching Wonder Woman, and I did watch it, on my own time. And
oh no,
there's nothing good on the soundtrack, which I feel like is just a travesty if you're setting something in the 80s and you don't have a good soundtrack.
So many good options there.
Yeah. So, and I don't what did you think about it? Did you like it?
I didn't. I kind of did. I was confused why it was in the 80s. I didn't understand what the point was.
Yeah.
Shout out to Linda Carter, right?
The Iron Woman?
The original Wonder Woman?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
When did this come out? I've seen a Wonder Woman.
It came out in December on Christmas, and they're streaming it on HBO Max.
No, I haven't seen it then.
Yeah.
I saw the other one.
I was confused.
Yeah, me too. But WandaVision is...
So the acting is good.
I think so.
It's everything
I
you
think
wanted
so.
and more.
That's what Wonder Woman got slammed on, was just the acting. I have not seen it, but
there are a lot of
critics say.
Yeah, there are a lot of people that want Elizabeth Olsen, who plays Scarlet Witch, to get an Emmy for this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, that's awesome.
A lot of the fans are like, give her what she deserves, but some of the critics are kind of snobby toward superhero stuff.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
Well, it is, at least it is original content, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, big props, because you got people redoing, what's that one? They're turning the movie, 60s soap operas or series into movies, and it's like, come on, man, write something new. This is new, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I feel
They're
like
making it up as they go.
Well, I mean, Marvel has everything planned down to a T just because of how everything connects to each other.
Right.
So, I mean, by the end of this series, they could set up, Falcon and Winter Soldier, which is the next one to come out, and I will be reviewing that because Winter Soldier is my favorite character. But
from the movie house.
From the movie, what?
Right. You're gonna watch it on or is that streaming too?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
all streaming.
Look, I think, and the thing that I'm benefiting from a lot is because I still have an HBO Max subscription, and a lot of these new movies that are coming out are being put
in
straight
theaters and
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's mainly the reason I haven't gone back, is because I have the access to new stuff without having to go out yet. I feel like that's going to change in the next few months.
Okay.
So whenever I hear about new movies coming out, it always says in theater or on HBO Max.
Yeah.
So what do you do special with your popcorn when you're at home? You do make popcorn to watch a movie, right?
I'm not like crazy into popcorn, but I do.
What's your go-to movie snack?
I love popcorn.
You don't have a favorite?
I mean, I feel like my palate changes every other week. So, it's just, I'll eat like cookies and stuff and all that. But in my opinion, the best mixture for popcorn, in which I was taught this by my college algebra tutor in high school. So shout out to her.
There you go.
I came in upset one day to tutoring, and she fixed me popcorn and then just poured tons of chocolate chips in it.
What?
It's
really?
so good, the sweet and salty.
Yes.
Trust me.
Oh.
I know it sounds weird, but trust
good.
me. My roommate, who loves popcorn more than me, she'll put like cheese, shredded cheese in it.
Okay.
Oh.
And
seriously? No, you're not from Wisconsin.
and she'll sometimes mix in different seasonings. Sometimes she'll do like pepper and stuff, and we also have like the mix-in stuff. So
My
yeah.
husband puts weird stuff in his popcorn, and then I can't eat it because it tastes funny.
What does he put?
He
Salt.
put like he put like this red pepper stuff. It was a spice that I have or something. And I'm like, what?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of Tex-Mex, shakables that
Mm-hmm.
go on everything.
No, I
won't
like
name the
regular
brands, but-
popcorn.
I love
butter
cinnamon.
on
I
it.
got my go-tos there too.
Putting cinnamon on it is good too.
That's just
I've
weird.
never done it before. It's really
You
good.
guys are weird.
My go-to snack is sour gummies, though.
I can see that.
See, I can't do anything sour.
I
ever.
love it. It's so good because it doesn't make me thirsty like popcorn does, and then I have to go to the bathroom, and then I miss parts of the movie.
Yeah.
So the gummies are a good alternative.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
my
you know.
movie tip for the day.
But at home, you can always hit pause.
That's true at home.
Yes.
Right?
But I have
That's
been
another
going-
benefit.
one big benefit from watching it at home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
But you
I
don't
have
get the
been
whole
going to the
surround
theaters,
sound
though.
and big screen and
Yeah.
you are going to movies, right, Brianna?
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of miss that, and the wife's not ready to go yet, but I do miss the big screen.
Yeah, I miss it too, for sure. And I'm sure I'll be back soon. Just with everything coming out, it's it's like, oh, I was going to go see that anyway. I already have this. There's no sense in paying for movie tickets when I pay for the subscription.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
So, but I feel like that's going to change.
Well, like you said, there was almost nothing that came out in 2020.
Yeah.
And are we going to get flooded this year?
I think so. I was going over different things coming out this next year with somebody else in the office.
Mm-hmm.
And I think next month is still kind of slow, but I think March it picks up. I know just from the Marvel side, they've planned a ton of stuff to roll out this year.
Sure.
And, everybody's kind of still creating lots of new content because I've seen advertisements for 2 or 3 new streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Goodness
it's
gracious.
like, it kind of makes you think, how long is it going to be before we go from, how long are we going to have the movie theater thing versus just streaming now?
Forever. It's
Just
been
because
new.
the terrain is changing, because of everything that's happened. But, yeah, the movie theater experience is something I've always loved since I started going to movie theaters when I was little. So, I think if that element went away, I think that would make me very sad. But, streaming has been very convenient and good in times like we are in now. So,
Right.
yeah, it's kind of a double-edged sword there, but it looks like there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff rolling out this year. A whole bunch. So,
Summer
know-
21 should be the year of the blockbusters then, huh?
yeah. Yeah, I know there's already a movie on HBO Max I want to do for next month with Denzel Washington and Rami Malek, who played Freddie Mercury
I watched
in
that.
Bohemian Rhapsody, and Jared
Jared
Leto,
Leto.
who played Joker that everyone, I guess, didn't like.
The
in-
old one?
No.
Oh,
no.
in,
man.
in Suicide Squad.
Oh, I like that one, but I really like the old one
Okay.
Yeah, the little things.
where he has a strange laugh.
Yeah.
I watched that yesterday in theaters.
Oh. Okay. See,
Cool.
I'm excited.
It's
to
good.
see it. Okay, good.
It's good.
Good. Yeah.
Blair, final thoughts?
I love superheroes, and I know Dave doesn't, but that's okay.
And she remains completely obsessed.
Yes.
And you guys remain with us because we'll be back after this.
What does resiliency mean to you? For the folks at Fort Hood Resiliency Campus, resiliency is helping folks help themselves. The campus offers a wide range of programs, each aimed at assisting Fort Hood units and individuals in need of morale and team building opportunities. Through programs like the Applied Fitness Center, Military Life Counselors, the Army Wellness Center, Nutrition Clinic, and the Warrior Quest Adventure Program, the Resiliency Campus headquarters is located on the 5th floor of the Shoemaker Center on Darnall Loop. To find out more about what the Fort Hood Resiliency Campus can offer you, look them up on Facebook or give them a call at 254-285-5693.
Fort Hood's Great Big Podcast. Close enough for the government, good enough for you.
Okay, we talked all about WandaVision. Thank you, Blair Dupre, for coming by again for her monthly movie thingy schwingy. But let's face it, the biggest entertainment thing happening in this week
Super Bowl.
is Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Come on. Now, do you watch it every year,
No.
Not even for the commercials?
Brianna?
Nope.
I will watch part of it for the commercials
Yeah.
and the
halftime show.
show.
Yeah, okay. Not
Love
even the halftime
Nope.
show? Wow.
Ooh.
You know, neither one of us, Kelvin, has a dog in that fight. But shout out to Jacob Caldwell, former living editor of, Fort Hood Sentinel.
We miss
His
you.
Kansas
Shout
City
out.
Chiefs are in the
Oh.
big game.
I'm rooting for Brady.
Really?
And it sucks to say that, yes.
You want history to be made because this is the first time, by the way, ladies. I know he knows.
What, that Tampa Bay has been
This-
in the Super Bowl?
No, they have actually won the Super Bowl before.
Oh, okay.
But this is the first time that a team is playing in the Super Bowl in their own stadium
Oh.
Whoa.
because they pick the host state. They pick the host, years out,
Years in advance.
years in advance. But this is the first time ever, 50-something Super Bowls, where the team that is hosting
Premonition.
is playing.
That's cool.
So it's a home game for Tampa Bay.
Wow. It's going to be crazy.
The only reason why they get to play in the Super
But,
Bowl is because Tom
nobody's-
Brady joined their team.
Yeah, but I mean, how many people are going to be at the game?
Nobody.
20,000?
They said like 20 and
20,000?
20,000.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? They're going to allow that many people to go there with COVID?
And here's the other thing about Super Bowls. It doesn't matter where they hold it. That will not be full of just Tampa Bay fans because
Yeah.
You got Tom Brady
it's
fans.
unbelievably expensive to go to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I bet. I
Only
can't imagine
the richest
how much.
of the rich.
I can
think.
only imagine how much those 20,000 people paid.
When they do the stories about so and so has been to every Super Bowl ever, and that there's only a few fans that have ever done that now because it's been a long time.
Yeah.
But these are some seriously rich people.
Ugh.
Share the wealth.
Yeah.
I remember when the Packers 2010 were playing in Jerry's World. It was like the second year that the AT&T Stadium up there, and
Yeah.
the big old thing in Arlington. Packers playing there, and it was like just trying to get tickets in nosebleed seats. I don't even want to tell you. It was out of my league. So it's like, yeah, I'm not going. You got to win the lottery to go to the Super Bowl, I think.
Or been lucky and got that GME stock. Everybody went crazy over.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty crazy. That was like all people were
So
talking
you
about.
are pulling for Tom Brady.
I am. And Gronk, how can you not like Gronk? And Tom Brady, everybody's calling him
Do you know
old.
who Gronk is?
No.
He's like a
Gronk
man
spiked.
child, but he's amazing. We'd be BFFs.
He was Brady's,
Actually, no.
you from Maine, you know who Tom Brady is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't.
Tom Brady used to play for the Patriots.
So did Rob
Deflategate.
Gronkowski.
Fleetgate, what's
He
that?
came out of retirement
Flat
to go play in
football.
Tampa Bay.
Wicked awesome of him to do that for Tom.
He retired for a season
Okay.
and came back out of retirement to play
Interesting.
with Brady in Tampa.
Nice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
See, I like
It's
when
fate.
historical things like that happen. I think that's really cool.
Yeah. But and who's the halftime show? The Weeknd?
Ooh,
Oh.
I'm blinded by the night. You didn't even see the
That doesn't
That shoulder
tell
Yeah,
me.
you got the shoulder shrug going
Yeah.
on. Little-
That doesn't tell me who's playing.
The Weekend.
Oh.
This weekend is playing.
the Weeknd is
Weeknd.
playing this weekend.
I love that. He has such an angelic voice.
He does.
It's so nice. Although a lot of his
high.
lyrics, yeah, he's got the falsetto going.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people were comparing him to Michael Jackson.
I was
when
just
he
gonna
first hit the
say.
scene. Yeah. What if he does a Michael Jackson tribute? Oh
That
man,
would be great.
That would be amazing.
Got to have the glove and
Yeah.
got to grab your crotch.
I want.
I mean, let's face it. That's what he did.
That is what he did.
lot.
A lot. Yep.
Yeah, he did a lot.
Maybe that's how he made his voice so high.
So Okay, and with that, I think we're ready to head off into the sunset and get ready for Super Bowl Sunday.
All right.
Don't you?
I'm excited.
So, yeah. Come on, Melissa, take us out.
Have a wicked good weekend, and thank you for joining us this week. We will see you next week. That sounded like a snake.
Driving down the road